Welcome to Bethel Park TV Cable. Today, this is another Handy Andy segment, and today it's all about LED light bulbs. LED bulbs now have been out almost 5 years as far as consumer-based. Been in the public's mind maybe about 3 years. There's been a lot of change now over the last couple of years with the LED light bulbs. So, of course, everyone's familiar with your old standby incandescents. And then many years ago, we went to the compact fluorescent, the CFL type of light bulbs, and now we're really into all of the LED type of light bulbs. And you're looking at them, they pretty much weigh about the same. Big difference in how they work, how long they work, and how much they cost. Your regular incandescent bulbs, nowadays you're probably in that 60 to 75 cent type of light bulb. The CFL, it's the compact fluorescent bulbs. Most of these anymore are in that area of about $2 a bulb. And then your LED light bulbs, right now you can get these LED light bulbs for about $3 a piece. So there's not a whole lot of difference between a CFL and an LED on the cost on them. But as you're shopping for the LED, you really have to look at whether you need it to be dimmable or not. Because when you're into your $3 light bulb, these bulbs are not dimmable. They're a little bit more expensive when you get into dimmables, but you really have to think about how many dimmable bulbs do you have in your house. Now, if you get into the floodlight bulbs, the type of bulbs that are in recessed lighting, just about all of these are dimmable, and that's really where the consumer needs the dimmer bulbs, and most of them are on it. But your CFL light bulbs, even with the cost difference on them, on the CFL to the LED, you're looking at a big difference in the life of the bulbs. You're looking at less than a year. You're looking at maybe 3 to 4, 5 years tops. On the LED light bulbs, they're anywhere from 10 to 20 years on the life of the light bulb. A lot depends on the brand, how much you're paying for it. The more expensive bulbs, but your $3 bulb, you're talking a 10-year type of life bulb. So not only is the life of the bulb difference, but it's also how much energy. You got 60 watts. On these, you're looking at generally somewhere around 14, 13, 14, even 15 watts for a bulb. This bulb in a 60 watt equivalent, you're looking at on average a 9 watt light bulb. So you have a 9 watt light bulb doing what a 60 watt light bulb costing you maybe $3, but lasting you 10 years plus. So over the course of that time, this light bulb is going to save you easily $100 in the cost of the energy and so forth using it. So LED bulbs are finally at a point that they're economical. They don't cost an arm and a leg to buy, and also you're going to get a payback in probably a year, right around a year, sometimes even less than a year, depending on the type of light bulb. Now, in looking at them, I brought a little display with you. These bulbs, this is your incandescent bulb. These are LED. One's a 40, one's a 60, and this is in your compact fluorescent bulb. So brightage, lumens wise, you could see they're pretty much doing almost the same. But when you get into the dimming, the LED are actually performing the best on the dimming. Your incandescent's almost out. And when you get down low, the CFL bulbs are the ones that strobe. And when they're strobing, it's because none of your CFLs were really ever dimmable, where you can see on the dimming of it. Your LED bulbs, they dim very, very well. There's no flickering, no anything with it. So LEDs, they're a really nice bulb, especially for the money. And then people are always asking, well, can we get everything in it? Pretty much now, just about everything you buy in incandescent, or at least in the CFL bulbs, you are going to get into the LED. Like this bulb, this is a 3-way. This is your 50, 100, 150 watt 3-way type of light bulb. These are for your recess lights. There's long necks, there's short necks. There's the BR40s, which are the really fat type ones. These are what they call a R30 or a BR30. These are probably the most common version, getting them in 2 packs or 1 pack. A lot of people actually use the shorter ones. You could see that they actually even have the shorter type of bulbs. And there's even some that are your super small ones, which are your R20 type of light bulb. So any of your flood type of bulbs, from the recessed lights to the small cans to the big cans, they are all dimmable, and this is equivalent to the 65 watt. This 7 watt LED is equivalent to a 45 watt style of bulb. And when you get into the super large ones, they're equivalent to an 85 watt, and they only operate on a 13 watt power. Everything there is all dimmable with it. And then also there's all the different specialty bulbs. This is an appliance bulb. This is your oven, your refrigerator type of light bulb. So it's a lot smaller, a lot shorter. Then you get into your chandelier type of light bulbs. There's clear, there's frosted, there's large base, there's small base. Most of these are in the 4 watt category on it. So they're going to be doing what normal 40 watt type of light bulbs are, which is your most common size. And they do make brighter ones for your chandeliers or your outdoor light posts and so forth. And all of these LEDs, any of these LED bulbs, you can use them outside, you can use them inside. They're weatherproof. You can use them for the floods inside, the floods outside. There's a lot that you can do with the LED that you don't have to worry about where they're being used outside or inside on it. This is your typical outdoor floodlight bulb. This is what they call a PAR 38 bulb, but with the size of it. It's a nice, very heavy, very weatherproof. These are the floods that people use safety-wise, security-wise. So these are the ones that you're going to have on your roof line or shining into your backyard or into parking lots and so forth. But it's they are still dimmable if you need it to be dimmable, but these are also good on timers. These are also good on motion sensors. These are also good on your photo eyes. So whether it comes to dusk to dawn or any of those type of things, you don't have to worry about any of that you used to have to worry about when you were using the CFL type of light bulbs on it. And also even any of your specialty base bulbs, your 2-pin base bulbs, your GU24 base that they call these. These are the ones that are used in some of your track lighting, some of your studio lighting, some of your artist lighting onto your fireplaces and so forth. And a lot of these are actually used in outdoor landscaping type of lights. All of them, though, are LED that you don't have to worry about them burning out day in and day out on it. And also there's higher wattages on them. So people are always telling me with these LEDs, okay, you got 40s, you got 60s. Well, you have 100 watt light bulbs, you have 200 watt light bulbs. I actually even brought this LED bulb. Now, this is a lot larger than most of your average consumers, but I brought it for a couple reasons. This actually is showing your light emitting diodes, and that's what the LED stands for. So all these little dots that go all the way down and all the way around and right on the bottom of the bulb itself, these are all your light emitting diodes. These are all your LEDs. And your LEDs, these are actually what produces the light itself. And this light is actually equivalent to a 400 watt incandescent light bulb, and it's only a 45 watt LED bulb. So on these, it's a standard medium base, but we're using these, whether it's screwed into a fixture here for like a parking lot type of light or a street light, or actually you can mount it up. These are for what they call high bay and low bay fixtures. So if you're in warehouses, you're in garages, you're in barns, you're in gymnasiums and so forth. These are bulbs that run off a straight line current. They're not working off any ballast. So in replacing what they called an HID bulb, which is your mercury bulbs, your sodium light bulbs, your metal halide type of light bulbs. These are the bulbs that replace those and still give you a tremendous type of light output all the way around and even straight down from it. So it's a great, it looks a little funky maybe, but it's a great type of light bulb to use for any of your safety and security type of needs. We also can get into fluorescent bulbs now that are now LEDs. So this is what people are normally used to seeing on a 4-foot fluorescent bulb. There's regular pins on the end, but now you can replace your fluorescent bulbs with an LED type of light bulb. And with an LED on your regular fluorescent, step back there, on the fluorescents, they worked off of ballast. So these went snapped into a fixture, the electricity ran through the ends of the bulbs, and it ran through a ballast. So ballasts were good for about 5 years. The bulbs were good for about 5, maybe a little bit longer on it, but a lot of times you had to change a ballast, which is almost $20 for the ballast. The bulbs are $3, $4 a piece for them. So now you don't need a ballast. This is a wire harness for it. So if you put this into a regular fluorescent light fixture, you just have the 2 wires, the white and black wire, which are hooking up directly to the line voltage, and you don't have to run it through a ballast anymore. So if you wanted to retrofit a fluorescent light fixture you had, these bulbs are, right now, these are a $29 bulb, but these bulbs are going to be lasting 20 to 25 years on a light bulb with no ballast. So if you look at it cost $20 for the ballast, you look at the 2 light bulbs in the fixture and so forth, these bulbs really aren't that outrageous in price, and it's very simple. 2 wire nuts, 2 leads, and you're hooking the bulb up. You don't need the ballast anymore. You don't need the bulbs anymore. Payback on these is probably about 3 years, not to mention the energy you're saving. Your fluorescent bulbs were 40 watt. These bulbs are only about 8 watt. So a tremendous savings in the bulbs, the wattage, the energy use. Going back 2.5, 3 years ago when we really got into LEDs, I went and changed my entire house out. Every bulb in the house is an LED. I have since then not changed a single light bulb in my house, and along the same standing, our electric bill has gone down close to 25%. We have a lower electric bill, and more than even the electric bill is the labor of always trying to have to get up there and changing light bulbs, which I don't have to do anymore. A couple more things that are in the LED category on it that we could show. You could actually get complete fixtures now in LEDs. This is an outdoor, this is what they call a wall pack. This is a type of fixture that would mount directly on the side of the house. Light comes out, light comes down, and it also has the photocell on the top, so this light comes on and off by itself. Super lightweight, very easy to install, couple wires to hook up. It mounts right where you would have any type of an outdoor fixture. Looks nice, puts out a tremendous amount of light. This puts out about equivalent to a 100-watt light bulb, and this is all LED. So there's no changing the bulbs, there's no changing the diodes. You put this on and it's a very, very good, nice safety type of light that you would use. Also, a lot of people get into wanting to retrofit your recessed type of light fixture. This is a solid LED type of a light fixture. This is one that can just screw directly into a housing on a recessed light, or this is actually made, it's so thin you can mount this directly to where any surface mount light fixture mounted to a standard electrical box in the ceiling, whether it's a 3-inch box or a 4-inch box. This comes with a little mounting plate. You mount that up into the ceiling. You direct wire, cut off the socket, put in 2 wire nuts, and this light just snaps right in. And then the only thing you are seeing is a nice flat disc. So very thin, very compact, very bright. It's about equivalent to a 75-watt light bulb. This is great for closets, great for hallways where you don't have a lot of clearance, you don't have a lot of space, you're worried about hitting the fixture, damaging it. And ease, there's no ease of opening the fixtures to change the light bulbs or anything. A nice way to add to your lighting, brighten things up, and also there's such a thin disc, it makes it very, very convenient for putting them in places that you normally haven't been lucky enough to have fixtures. So just in recapping, your LED light bulbs, they're now at a price point that most people can afford them. They do everything that you need to do, from refrigerators to chandeliers to recessed lights to even just regular dimmable, non-dimmable, 3-way type of light bulbs. Very, very easy, very lightweight. You're not worrying about any mercury. You're not worrying about recycling. You're not worrying about anything, dropping these, breaking them. And they're good. They're good. They're bright. They're economical. They're going to save on the electric bill on it. So think about getting into some LED bulbs. I know it's very confusing going down to a store and trying to pick light bulbs. You wish there was the day of just the incandescent and I want a light bulb. You picked up a light bulb and it was done. Now there's shelves and shelves and shelves of light bulbs. So it's a little bit more complicated for you, but you know, it's getting better. It's getting easy. Or stop down and talk to us and we'll be happy to steer you in the right direction. We appreciate you watching Bethel Park TV Cable. Appreciate you watching the Handy Andy segments. Please go to our website. Please go to our Facebook page. Bethel Park TV Cable has their own Facebook page, or you can go to my EV True Value Hardware Store Facebook page and watch the shows time and again. So thank you again for turning in, and thank you for watching BPTV.